Hello Total War Gamers, my name is Deacon and welcome to my Total War channel. Will you play the Mortal Empires campaign and would you enjoy it at that? That's the question. I'll try and help you get answered for yourself as we play through this review campaign of Warhammer II Mortal Empires with Queek Headtaker and Clan Mors of the Skaven. And obviously we're going to have lots of battles, loads of fun. Also do check out my other review series as there's some going for all the different races. There will be links in the description down below. But if indeed Total War content is the kind of content you enjoy, subscribe, hit the bell button and be notified whenever there's a new update. Now I've played the Total War series since Shogun 1 in the year 2000, so many years ago. I've easily clocked over 10,000 hours, at least is my estimate, in the series as a whole. And you can trust me to point out the things that you would like to consider for your gameplay. So I'm sure if you stick around, watch the video till the end, you should be better able to decide for yourself whether you like the new Mortal Empires or not. So do participate in the review. I'm going to try and make it as interactive as possible. Leave your comments down below, jump into my Discord and just let me know. Judgment ultimately is yours, so I will give you my my preferences or my opinions every once in a while, just to poke and hear people's opinions as well. But I'm not going to rate the game, and I'm not going to make a single review video. It's just going to be a series in which we encounter different elements of the game and then discuss as we go. So keep that in mind. And I haven't played with Skaven yet in Mortal Empires. So this is going to be a first. Even the section of the map, I haven't been there yet. The race attributes are pretty much the same as in the Vortex campaign. There's still the food mechanic, Skaven corruption, and then the runes in the above world. Now Queek, it says his challenge is very hard. Let's put him on very hard as well in terms of campaign difficulty and in battle difficulty. Because I've just taken a look in all the different mods that are out there, and there's many mods that tinker with food. So I'm really supposing that many people are having difficulty with food in the Skaven campaign. So let's see how we do. Loyalty with Grey Seer recruits is going to be reduced, so we'll try not to rely too heavily on them. We get Gutter Runners, Slingers, Storm Vermin and Warp Lightning Cannon. Also interesting is that upkeep for Clan Rats and Storm Vermin is 50% reduced in the Lord's Army for Queek. So we're going to have to work a lot with him. Also food is something that armies reduce. So the more armies you put in the field, the more food you're going to need. So basically we're going to challenge ourselves. I'm just one step below legendary because that disables saves and pauses, which I do tend to need every once in a while. So we're going to do that. Also there's no campaign intro anymore in the Mortal Empires. So we're gonna go into the load screen. And Clan Mors is ascendant. The most powerful clan of all is poised to execute its plan for total supremacy. In Skaven Blight, Grand Warlord Gnodwell makes his move through fragile political alliances and flagrant assassination. And meanwhile he sends Queek to Karak Orud to bring all the races under Mors's yoke. The slave tally will be great, of course, if Queek fights all the battles and claims all the runes. Well,
blessings
just
of
fine.
filth to you, Queek Headtaker, the right claw of Clan Mors. You and your verminous ilk infest the abandoned mountain strongholds of the dwarfs, who still fight with the greenskins for control, seemingly unaware of your power. The city of pillars, your traditional haunt, is but a skitter leap north. This lair is fought over by dwarf and goblin things, but is rightfully yours. Further north, the peaks teem with more hated beard things. Manifest your obscene fury upon them, and let them discover why you are called Headtaker. On the periphery, the treacherous wastes herald a sandstorm of the undead. They may become a nuisance, but how you deal with them is for you to decide. For now, causing mayhem in the mountains may sate your verminous appetite. There are many heads to take, and so little time. Get to it.
So here we are, how they play the Skaven underworld Food. Skaven factions require a stockpile of food. Each army consumes an amount of food per turn, and then we may gain food from battles, second settlements, and from certain buildings. Then in the meanwhile we do spread Skaven corruption wherever we settle. It will reduce public order over time, but it also will give additional uses of the menace below. So the thing is, if we would just let public order reduce and face rebellions, it's no problem if we have our main army around, but we're gonna try and not have too many armies. Learn more about Skaven here. A race of malevolent and self-serving red men from the older underworld cities. They fight tooth and claw against other races. Skaven armies stalk, and it gives us a chance to ambush, much like the beastmen. We spread corruption. It makes provinces difficult to inhabit, even for our own Skaven. We consume food, and we receive penalties if food becomes scarce or scarce. So we'll have to avoid scarcity. Then we can spend money to conduct the rites. We can special heroes that can cause earthquakes or spread plagues. And then the menace below is the battle ability to spawn units on the battlefield, which is awesome. Loyalty, both Dark Elves and Skaven suffer from the mechanic, let's put it that way. So any lord will have any loyalty. If it reaches low, they will rebel and take the whole army with them. So it's basically like a civil war that happens then, or a rebellion. Then there is ways to increase loyalty by recruiting units to the army, gifting them items, completing missions, diplomatic actions with amicable factions, and making sure that our faction leader Queek is always the highest tier, highest level of units. So if we do any actions opposite to these, then loyalty of the specific lord will decrease. So I think we're facing two major challenges besides just the normal campaign challenges, and that is to manage our food and to manage loyalty of the lords. So now we are at a normal food level. It gives us +3 growth in all the provinces. And let's see. I have played 2 episodes of Queek campaign introduction in Vortex, and that was that. No more. So what generates food here? Carved obsidian, that's just a trade resource. Clan Mors headquarters generates 3 food, so that's a building. Let's review all the buildings. Income. No food. Nothing in this tier provides food, which is obvious because it's all military, but anyway, you never know. Blade-claw, Warpforge. There is all kinds of bit of corruption, research, technologies, income that do come with these buildings that are definitely meant for military advancements and recruiting stuff like doom wheels and so on. But food, unfortunately, is not amongst all the different kinds of buffs that these buildings do give. So most likely the building element from food bonuses or food production is probably reserved to this headquarters here, but we're gonna review them anyway. We're gonna review each and every one of them. Slave wheels, everything increases Skaven corruption, every building. Warpstone reactor unlocks plans within plans, and these are all taxed that we will have oppressive plans. Public order, Skaven corruption. So basically there's nothing we can build that helps out in terms of food. Then the second thing I really want to know is what helps with public order, because too many rebellions is gonna force us to build multiple armies, and that is gonna cost us food. So we are about food management in this campaign and loyalty management. And basically it means if we hire a lord, we're gonna have to fill him up with a full stack army. Even if it's slaves, he's just gonna have to have 19 slaves accompanying him to not lose his loyalty. So public order so far seems to come only from this range of buildings. I wasn't paying attention just a moment ago, but I do think that I have seen it on another series of buildings. Yeah, the Pox Cauldron gives public order, which is increased as we increase its tiers. And that's probably the only secondary building that also gives public order. But anyway, let's just assume that money is not going to be our problem. Then, and that we are going to face rebellions, corruption details. The lower the level of corruption, the higher the public order bonus. So if we build both public order buildings and stuff that gives untainted, then we're probably going to keep a balance. There's nothing we can build to create food any more than we have. So Arachnos, this is probably a greenskin clan. I don't know how much. So we're now building public order, so let's continue to build it. Can we research anything? No, not yet. Ferocious plans, clan armory, assassin's hideout. So probably this one's going to be the cheaper series to build. All right. Let me look at the time for a moment. I'm gonna try and keep these episodes like half an hour long each time, so we can keep pace. Karak 8 peaks, -2 public order. It's quite a walk, because I think it's over here somewhere. Karak 8 peaks. Land diplomacy. What do we have? The Silver Host is, they are, wow, we have non-aggression with them, and Red Fangs as well. Yeah, no offense, but the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits, they're up north, and the Arachnos have 2 settlements and are over here and there. Yeah, we are going to kill you. That's basically all there's to it. We do not control a province yet, but we soon will. And we're making a lot of money. I'm just gonna go for the cheapest Skaven slaves. Clan Mors. Because right now I just want to occupy that. And this is kind of like an experiment, so it's a review campaign. We're gonna see how it plays out. And if you're a Skaven player, you're gonna understand more than what I can point out. I've just mentioned I've played a lot of Total War, so I'm what the typical Total War veteran would probably do or think. And if you're the experienced Skaven player who's put in hundreds of hours in the Vortex campaign, then yeah, point out whatever you run into, watch me do, and help me improve. And also I'm gonna of course include your comments in the next episode and share those insights with the viewers. So that's that. And of course I know people are gonna watch this. It makes my whole gameplay more satisfying in general. At the same time, if you leave comments or jump into my Discord or in the Steam group or whatever, it's much more rewarding for me. So I hope you will. Here we are. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. This is actually not so much, so very much more expensive. It's only a slight bit more expensive. We're now gaining 1 food each turn. I wonder if my army is gonna consume more food as we pass turns, or if that just happens depending on how many armies you're fielding. So, Total War veteran or Warhammer veteran, I'd like to know. One of the things, if you're gonna comment in the comment section below, please do mention, or maybe you're a veteran of both. That's the kind of, it introduces your background, let's say, gives a little idea where or what you're from, or what you're about, where you're from, what you're about. So. Okay, we have constructed the Taskmaster's platform. I'm now waiting for my... It's 8 more turns for another surplus point, so... Well, that's gonna take a while. And let's take on some... We have some Skaven slaves. Now let's take on some Skaven slaves. Spares. Yeah, I'm gonna basically want to kill them off anyway, eventually. If any race has a context or a lawful background to want to assassinate everyone, then it's probably the Skaven. So, for example, my Third Age Total War series, where I play as the good factions, I have my own house rules, which include never to declare war on any of the good factions, and I have to ally myself to all the other good factions, even invest money to pay tribute, just to get those alliances going, even if there's no tactical advantage or no strategic advantage to doing that. It's just house rule, period. And it keeps things more or less in line with the overarching lore of Tolkien. Now, I know a little bit of the Warhammer lore from the tabletop. I'm not really a player. I'm more like a collector. I'm an owner. I own 10,000 points of Bretonnian models and duplicates of many at that. So up until I think the 8th edition. And I like the pewter models more than the new, yeah, how do they call them, chromecast, the plastic models really. So if you're a collector or a tabletop player, you will have an opinion about how they translated Warhammer Fantasy Universe into this game. I was never much of a 40k player, to be honest. Probably never will be. But anyway. Food consumption 1. And it's 1 for the whole army, so I'm supposing that's gonna stay equal. Now there was a nice storytelling element or a story-driven campaign in the Vortex campaign, and we have one mission at the moment, which is to raise or occupy 4 different settlements. And that's it. Nothing more to it.
Show me to Baskin, and I will give you many secrets.
Yes, and you are wanting what? Non-aggression with me. You're gonna pay me? Sure. I'm gonna betray you anyway. I'm Skaven. We're gonna come up from under and cut your throats because it's Headtaker. Mission issued. Capture Mount Arachnos. We're gonna go there at a later time. Not right now. How is my garrison? Deal. Small. Small garrison. Crap. It's not even funny. Come on, let's see. What can we recruit in terms of lords? We're not gonna go for a Gracier. 3 to 8, 2 to 7, 1 to 6. Okay, so Perceptive, Warlord. Gonna take you on. Gonna keep you around and gonna stuff you with cheap Skaven slaves. All the way there. Hope that you like it. Build your loyalty. And we're gonna go for a fight! And we're gonna auto-resolve. Auto-resolve. Yep. And we're not gonna spend any food doing this. We're going to occupy. And we have the potion of healing. Nice. And we have a province. So what are we going to do? Either public order, growth, recruitment, food generated. But I'm in the positive with food anyway. So I'm gonna go for public order. And repair all this stuff. Demolish, repair. That is actually quite expensive. I don't want a lair here. I want to upgrade this so we can do more of Untainted and other kind of things. So Queek, buddy. Yep. Route Marcher or Route Marcher. And skip that. We're gonna go that way eventually. Yeah. Now, I'd like to know if you are the kind of player that uses mods, because as you can tell, I have already given away that there's a mod on the banners. I have tons of cosmetic things.
Baskin, and I will give you many.
No. I'm not ever going to give you money. I'll sooner kill you than give you money.
Mighty warrior champion.
What can we do here? Clan rats with spears and clan rats, but I can already recruit clan rats. So why have this? Because it can go into the 3rd tier. And this is HQ. Okay, I'm not gonna demolish it, but I am. At least for now I am. I want something that gives growth.
Need more trophies, yes.
Need more trophies? Yeah, I feel the same. You need more trophies. So, on the next, we're gonna go into ambush. There's somebody over here. Maybe he will walk out with one of his armies. He's fortified and recruiting. Of course, they have infinite money. The Jagged Horn tribe is already obliterated. Now this is Mortal Empires, a lot more factions, and end turns are going to be a lot longer, and this is even just at the start of the game. Yep. Now I'm -1. Just a turn ago I was +10. Well, I even put a provincial commandant of +... No? Public order is -5. I don't know anymore. It's just strange. Untainted growth. Skaven corruption. It's hard.
I, mighty warrior champion.
Mighty warrior champion. Sit here. Go for a ambush.
Set ambush. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, ambush. How many more turns? 2 turns for surplus.
Realm wakens.
Actually, that's quite fast enough. So let's go for income and untainted. Income and untainted. Income and untainted. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Skaven corruption. What does it do? Yeah, I must say it's not very obvious. It's high around those settlements, which makes sense. Okay. Out of our way. 2 turns to complete. For 500 treasury. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not gonna... And this is a garrison, a 2nd army, and then a 3rd army. Are you out of your bloody mind?
Keep Gracious scum away.
And this is just a Skaven army. It's not like they're the most badass soldiers in the world. There's no storm vermin. I'm just level 2. Ambush failed. So I'm up against just 1 army with 1 chariot, which has a... What do I have to stop that chariot besides? Nothing really. I have nothing to stop their chariots with. Except for hoping that food cost. No, I'm not gonna spend food to do this. I'm gonna do a quick save and going to fight. I need to do this a couple of times, destroy their armies, and then... Oh yeah, I've actually installed a mod that removes the penalty from forced march in terms of fatigue. So the AI makes so much use of forced march and is gonna end up in so many battles where they end up losing so many units, getting their entire armies destroyed so many times that it's just gonna ruin balance, in my opinion. So I've taken away that debuff from them. They can forced march and fight and not have fatigue. This is bad enough that the armies disappear from the map anyway. But we're gonna do this battle and then this episode will end. You'll have to come back to see what happens to the next. And if you don't want to miss it, subscribe. That's basically the math. And I have no ranged options. Too bad. They have 3 of them. Yes, and what was it that you were thinking about? Come on. Load it up. It's so odd. Just loading the new campaign went very fast. It sometimes takes forever, and now loading battles is taking forever. So we are not being ambushed. Can I fire through the... Yeah, I can just reach you. So Skaven slave spares, they're gonna sit all around I'm gonna use one. No, actually, I'm even gonna use 2 storm vermin to actually guard the artillery. Queek is gonna sit here. Then I have clan rats with no experience that I'm gonna throw away the first. And then I have clan rats with some experience that I'm gonna throw away second. And then Skaven slave spears already positioned, just the normal Skaven slaves that are also gonna be in the front, but more towards the right. And then the gutter runners and slingers, I'm gonna try and wear down the chariot with.
Our tail's yours.
Okay, Skaven slaves here, clan rats, behind the Skaven slaves. What are you targeting? No. Goblin wolf riders, it's just fine. I'm not so worried about their cavalry. The only thing that worries me is their chariot. Yep. Goblin wolf chariot. Yep. Don't skirmish. This is clan rats. This is more clan rats.
Clan rats. Quick, quick. Spears.
Skaven slave spears. All 3 of you. Oops, in front.
Quick, quick.
And got a runner slingers against here.
Advance, retreat.
Here actually.
Scouting, yes, yes.
Clan rat. Close that. Little gap over there.
At once. Our tail, yours. Your desire.
Oh, it's already the wolf chariot already. What? Clan rats. Move up. Are you ready? Okay, now the next target for you is Lord Warboss. And this storm vermin with shields is gonna sit there. Wolf riders. Oh, now it's coming back.
Ready, ready.
I'll have to switch targets.
Queek Headtaker.
Queek is gonna go.
What?
Yeah. It's quite the nice position that we have here. Our Skaven slaves are all being chewed up, so I'm gonna have to forward one of our storm vermin and put them over here. Second storm vermin over there as well. These clan rats. And I have to change position. Or lightning cannon now on the Warboss. And again, the chariot is coming back. That's so funny. Now, I don't know about the center. The flank, I mean. Clan rats. I'm gonna move these units back there anyway. I don't see any thing coming from the rear. I have 3 units of menace below.
Council's command. Move, move! Quick, Anaconda! Murder, kill, kill!
Murder, kill, kill.
Council's command!
So, are they gonna come back again or not? I don't know. Where's the Warboss? Warboss is over there. Okay, now we have loads of clan rats wavering.
Back underground! So be it.
So be it.
Yes!
Storm vermin, move into the orc boys.
Clan rats!
Clan rats, move into the orc boys. Clan rats, come out. Come back here.
We serve!
You Skaven slaves. Over there.
Then leap! Scammer, go!
Clan rats, into them.
Yes, yes, yes!
On the warboss.
Council's command!
Also on the warboss, because he's coming dangerously close to our
Die, die, die!
goblin fighters.
Russian!
Clan rats
Yes, lads! Back underground!
and the archers.
Let's take head. They flee! We run! Horned rats! Under Empire unleashed!
So let the slingers also fire on the warboss.
Now tail's yours!
Skaven slaves,
Agree!
the orc boys, just wear them down.
Under fire!
There's orc boys here. Oh, you're running the wrong way. There's one thing that
Queek
you're
Headtaker!
quick, you sellers.
They hate them! For the Vermintide!
Put the vermin tide, yes.
Our tail's yours! Now
Push.
move!
Now is a good time to actually push through all these units that are routing.
Clan rats!
Clan rats.
Slings down! Great, yes, yes!
They're running away.
Onwards!
Onwards.
Screen recast! What orders? Our tail's yours! Should we run? Flee! Death all! Goodbye, attack! Now flee! We run! Look, see, they run!
So what is still resisting these goblin wolf riders? Are still resisting. Is that it? Is that all?
Council's command! Now you die!
One of these units here is still not. Goblin wolf riders. Murder kill kill. Ha! Who's coming back?
Queek Headtaker! Storm vermin!
Storm vermin.
Fight!
Murder kill kill. And murder death kill would also be very appropriate, I think.
Queek Headtaker!
Queek, come on, Queek.
Storm vermin!
I guess we should have eliminated him earlier. I don't know.
At once, master!
Oh no, he's dead. So now they're probably going to mask out. We're going to have to try and deal with him anyway. Kill, kill. Oh boys. Skaven slaves! Come on, give our viewers something to watch. Oh no. None of you should be in guard mode. You're all gonna chase until you die. You guys just shoot. Shoot them up. Yeah, blow them all to pieces. Blow them up until there's nothing left. And the reason why that is so important is because we are gonna have to face this army again and again and again and again till we have destroyed the entire faction. That's basically it. If only rats were a little bit faster. I mean, these orcs, they're such cowards that even my fast rats. Faster. Come on, rat people. Come on, charge. Come on, Queeky boy, Queeky bastard. Where are you? Oh, so disappointing. Come on, chase them. Okay, well, you guys are overtaking them, right? Aren't you? No? Come on! Go! Move into them! All is lost. Oh no. Okay, end battle. Let's see what we did. How well we performed. 220 kills for the Warp Lightning Cannon, while I've been training into the Chariot all the time. So, good for them. 115 on these orc boys, so then they haven't even ranked up. 105 for the slingers, very decent for a slinger unit. Queek 51, I've been holding him back, and my storm vermin 98 here. I'm quite happy. Clan rats with 0. How did my slaves do? Come on, slavies. Not bad, slaves. I'm gonna keep you around. We had 3,000. I'm not used to seeing numbers like that because I mostly play elven factions, generally speaking. Look at the spaceship. Is it hovering above the ground? Is it taking off? Is it gonna fly into space, or is it just landing from space? What is happening here? Ouch. Oh yeah, I have a link to my Patreon, so just click on the Patreon link, go over there, donate like 300 euros so I can buy the fastest processor ever. And if that is too much, just settle for 200. Or just bear with me going through these load times. If you could see me right now, I have tears rolling across my face out of pure frustration, having to spend time looking at the loading bar, loading up a game that is technically no different than Warhammer 1, where I had none such issue. Took some time to load, but it was 3 times faster than this, easily. And I don't know how it's possible. You've seen how loading up a new campaign, which is generally harder, you've just seen me do it and it went faster than loading back to the campaign map. So where is the logic in that? It totally escapes me. And I've toned down on a few graphic settings. But there's nothing special going on with this. So, okay, well, I'm gonna quit complaining now. I'm just happy that we've killed like 1,000 of them, losing less than a third of ours. So they've been more than halved and we lost less than a third. And we're able to do this again. So if the next army comes out, then we'll have another opportunity, and they will be leaderless. So if they get involved in a second battle, then they're going to be a lot easier to rout. Also, the low health on units like this is going to make it a lot easier for us. Food gained. Oh yes, give me food. You've been defeated. moron. Oh. So I don't know what they're doing now. Can you speed this all up? Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Oh, united against us. The top knots are now also... the Arachnos have invited the top knots. Of course they've got nothing better to do. But Queek is rank 4. So we're gonna spend the skill points. And then I'm gonna ask you to subscribe. Loyal again. Toxer, how could he be unloyal? I've given you so many units. Loyalty 5 out of 10, whatever. Stupid Toxer.
Mighty warrior champion.
And you have the Root Marcher. I'm gonna be inspiring. And melee attack, reload, ammunition, weapon strength, charge bonus, reload time. This is all sucky. Rally, that's of course nice. Melee attack. Leadership. So specific for gutter runners, death runners, as if most of my army consists of those, but they're so darn specific. Most of my army was going to be clan rats and storm vermin because that's what is cheaper. Income, ambush. Can ambush. Is that really gonna make such a difference? Let's just go for melee attack. Yep. And
All tales are mine! Zook right off!
these guys are replenishing. Go away. Yeah, where to go now? Go back, replenish, push in, try and finish them off. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe. See you next time.